together to find your soulmate. And yet, somehow, all 6 of us have done it.
Cheers.
How we doing?
Good.
4 seasons of the 4 seasons. I love it.
I know, very confusing.
I know, it was. I checked like a million times. I was like, wait, I'm actually going to the 4 seasons, right?
There will be some thing where we get it wrong and we end up at a 4 Seasons hotel, and that's not. It was the Peninsula.
I always go to the wrong place anyway because they're always like Beverly. It's always something Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Like Beverly Hilton, Beverly Hills Hotel, 4 Seasons Beverly Hills. Not sure.
Yeah.
This show's awesome. I loved it so much. Every emotion hit me. 4 vacations, 4 seasons. What was your favorite season to write?
Summer.
Summer's really fun.
Summer was fun because it's like you set up the premise already, and then it was, I mean, we're comedy writers, so it's like the comic promise of the premise lies in Summer, where it's like this older guy he made the choice. He left his wife, and now this new girl is here on this vacation. So all the comedy of it is there. So for me, that's the most fun, and it was probably the most fun to shoot as well. We went to Puerto Rico and shot there, and yeah, it was funny to shoot too.
That's fun. You're both. I know both of your work as like female-driven comedy. So, what was the biggest challenge or most fun for you in exploring these couple dynamics this time?
Well, I think the fun of relationships. I mean, we assembled a writer's room of like just people who are like exclusively in long marriages. Maybe one person had already gone through a divorce, but we were like, let's just like mine everyone's experiences of like what happens when you're married for 20 years and what happens when you've had the same friend group since you were in college. And, I think it was really like fun to like get down to like the minutia of like just the nitty-gritty of like how couples interact after being together for that
long time. Yeah.
It's how do you get a group of friends that can meet up 4 times a year?
I know, they're so lucky.
They are so lucky.
Nice. I know. Well, I kept saying that to Lang as we were like at the very beginning of this. I was like, there's so many vacations. My God, they're going on so many trips. But then Lang pointed out to me, she's like, you and I have gone on like 6 getaway weekends this year.
Right.
So it's not completely out of,
Yeah, and then there's like reasons behind them.
Right.
So I didn't know that this was a movie back in the day. So this was my intro point to it, and then I kind of went backwards. So can you tell me a little bit about adapting and like kind of what you saw in that film that you wanted to,
So we were the same as you, that we hadn't seen the original movie at the very beginning of this. Like Tina and Lang and I wanted to do a show together, and and Tina was going to act in it, and we were talking about different ideas, and just tonally we wanted to do something different than 30 Rock or Great News or other stuff we had done, something that was more grounded. And we really liked the idea of a show about middle-aged people in relationships, a show about marriage and friendship, something that felt real and warm. And she kept referencing as a comp the 4 Seasons. And, and finally Lang and I watched it, and we all kind of decided like, oh, we should just do this. This seems like it's such a fun kind of structure, and you get to go cool places, and they're just, from that film, there's so much more to explore. What happened to Anne, because you really, in the 2 hours of the movie, you only get a taste of it. And, over the 8 episodes of our show, we were really able to do more plot, but also to get in deeper with all of the characters.
Right. The show kind of ends on a cliffhanger, but was promoted to me as a mini-series. So, is there room for more, or is that...
Yeah, okay. I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, if we're lucky enough to do a second season, like, I think we would stay with this group. Like, I don't think we would do it as an anthology, but I think...
Like your White Lotus.
We would just like... Cause
that seems hard.
We love this friend group, and I think, for us, like, the friend group is the point of the show, and I mean, that doesn't mean like next season we could add some interesting new characters, like maybe Anne has a partner or Jenny or whatnot. But we definitely could see it, coming back and see where they're going in their lives. We haven't quite figured out what that would be yet, but
We would.
But we would.
Would. Okay. You mentioned Great News, and I have to say that is one of the freaking greatest shows.
Thank you.
And I wish that it found more of an audience than it did. I'm just curious with streaming and all that, and things keep popping up. Do you ever have hope that that would have like a second life?
So it went on Netflix, and it was on Netflix for
I think that's when I
years,
watched
and
it.
Honestly, more people watched it on Netflix than ever watched it on NBC. Like, and I think it was confusing for people because they were like, "Oh, your new show." I was like, "That came out in 2017.
Yeah.
Like, it's old." But no, it was nice. Like, a lot of people found it on Netflix. I mean, would I want to do a show about like news and politics right now? No, I'm good. But yeah, I mean, I live with my mother, and my mother is constantly doing things every day that I'm like, "Oh, that's a great news B story. Like, why isn't this show still on? It writes itself."
Oh my God. I still say Panopticon all the time.
Panopticon! Yes,
Panopticon!
Yes. Nicole was so funny. Yeah.
Well, it's also probably hard too when you're doing a show like this, and I wouldn't know, but like there's so much you have to fill in between each kind of act.
Right, so that's sort of the fun of it, I guess, right? Yeah, is like when we were pitching it, we were like, it's what's fun is you can take advantage of like, oh, people change their hair, but that's real with Friends that you don't see except for every couple months. That's like, oh, you know, whatever, something's new about you, or that's what happens with real Friends. You fill in the gaps.
Yes. What is the biggest red flag like you go on a vacation with your friends? Mm-hmm. What's like, I'm not traveling with these people anymore?
Oh, that's such a good one. A good question.
There's a couple people that I won't trust with like Airbnb selections.
Yeah.
You know, because they will like cheap out in a way that like, I like once went to an Airbnb with a group of like gal pals, and I was like, I should choose it. And they were like, no, we got it. And then it was like, there was like a natural pool that was like filled with algae, and there was like a horde of bees around it. And I was like, you know, we could have gotten to a nicer place than this. This was bad.
Or split, like it's so much when you go with friends. It's like you're going to so many meals together and stuff. It's like if on the first dinner, it's like I got the green salad. You're like, oh, we're screwed.
Oh yeah,
this is going to be a big fight at the end.
But yeah, there's always like the people that plan too much and not enough.
Yep.
And if you like a tight itinerary, I can't go. I can't go. It's too much for me.
I get it. She's young and hot, right?
Don't see a ton of upside for me in answering that.